Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Mariam Zulfikar, training Valley, working as Vice Principal at Rehan School Online Academy and Facilitator at Rehan AI Teachers Institute Teacher Training Bootcamp for 2 months. Today, I'm here in front of you all and for connecting a very interactive session with an AI tool of this AI tool's name as ChatGPT, and we use a lot ChatGPT in our day-to-day routine. So let's go to connect the call with ChatGPT and explore the insights on a topic that I want to share with you. That is actually the goal I have to align with myself, and that is the topic also align with my goals. The title is Train the Trainers, and you guys can watch me live on my Facebook named as Mariam Zulfikar Training Wali, and you can watch this recorded session on my LinkedIn and YouTube as well. So let's go to ChatGPT and connect the call and see. Hello, ChatGPT, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How can I assist you today?
That's great. Okay, ChatGPT, I just want to explore a topic with you, and the title of the topic is Train the Trainers. And my first question is this is my goal. I want to train the trainers in a very different perspective, and I'm trying to do it. I figure out some kind of the challenges, but the basic challenge is the trainers are actually trying to deliver the concept and the training to the trainees. They didn't actually following the requirements of the trainer. So, being a trainer, which kind of the basic steps I have to follow to train any trainer?
Training trainers effectively can be challenging, but very rewarding. Here are some basic steps to get started. 1. Assess needs. Understand the specific needs and gaps of the trainers you are training. 2. Set clear objectives. Define what you want them to achieve by the end of the training. 3. Engage and involve. Use interactive methods like workshops, role-playing, and group discussions. 4. Provide resources. Give them materials and resources they can refer to. 5. Practice and feedback. Allow them to practice and provide constructive feedback. 6. Evaluate and follow up. Assess their progress and provide ongoing support. Would you like more details on any of these steps?
Okay, you suggested me the very basic steps I need to take this assessment. Which kind of the assessment I need to conduct before for proposing or presenting any training to the trainers?
Absolutely. Starting with a strong foundation is key. Here's a simplified approach. 1. Introduction. Begin by explaining the purpose and objectives of the training. Set clear expectations. 2. Engagement. Involve them in an icebreaker activity to build rapport and set a collaborative tone. 3. Content overview. Provide an outline of what will be covered. Highlight key topics and skills they will learn. 4. Interactive elements. Plan activities like group discussions or role plays to practice the concepts. 5. Feedback loop. Encourage questions and provide immediate feedback during activities. 6. Recap and Q&A. End with a summary of key points and a Q&A session to address any remaining doubts. This structure can help make your training more effective and engaging. Would you like to dive deeper into any of these steps?
Yeah, sure. The first thing that I just need to learn more about the feedback loop. That's really important. I really agree with you. So how we can develop this feedback loop within the training time or the duration when we are training the trainers. How we can conduct the feedback from the trainers.
Creating an effective feedback loop is essential. Here's how you can do it. 1. Set clear expectations. Let the trainers know that feedback is a two-way process. Encourage them to share their thoughts and questions. Regular check-ins. During the training, have short, regular intervals where you ask for feedback on what's working and what's not. 3. Interactive feedback sessions. Use activities like group discussions or anonymous surveys to collect honest feedback. 4. Immediate feedback. After an activity or presentation, provide constructive feedback immediately to reinforce learning. 5. Reflection time. Allow time for trainers to reflect on the feedback and how they can apply it to improve. 6. Follow-up. In subsequent sessions, revisit the feedback and discuss any improvements or adjustments. Creating a feedback-rich environment will help trainers grow and refine their skills. Would you like more ideas on implementing any of these steps?
Okay, ChatGPT, explain me what is the impact of one-on-one training after the training session will be ended. So when a trainer provided one-on-one guidance to any trainee, so what will be the impact of this?
One-on-one training can have a significant impact. 1. One-on-one training can have a significant impact. 1. Personalized learning. The trainer can tailor the session to the individual's needs, addressing specific challenges and areas for improvement. Immediate feedback. The trainee receives direct, specific feedback, which can accelerate learning and skill development. 3. Increased confidence. Personalized attention helps build the trainee's confidence as they feel supported and understood. Customized pace. The session can move at a pace that suits the trainee, ensuring they fully grasp each concept before moving on. 5. Stronger relationship. A one-on-one setting fosters a stronger mentor-mentee relationship, encouraging open communication and trust. Overall, one-on-one training can lead to more effective learning outcomes and better performance. Would you like to explore how to implement this in your training sessions?
Yeah, sure. Okay, could you please explain me? Does it important and necessary? I have to provide handouts or any write-up material regarding the trainings to the trainers?
Providing handouts or written materials can be very beneficial for training. Here's why it's important. 1. Reinforcement. Handouts reinforce what's taught, helping trainees remember key concepts and details. Reference material. Trainees can refer back to the materials later, which supports ongoing learning and application. Clarity. Written materials can provide clear instructions, examples, and summaries that may be hard to capture in a live session alone. 4. Engagement. Handouts can include interactive elements like quizzes or activities that keep trainees engaged. 5. Consistency. They ensure that all trainees receive the same information, reducing misunderstandings. Overall, providing written materials supports different learning styles and enhances the overall training experience. Would you like tips on creating effective handouts?
Yeah, sure. Please share the tips how I can create the very effective handouts.
Creating effective handouts involves clarity, relevance, and engagement. Here are some tips. 1. Clear structure. Organize content with headings, subheadings, and bullet points. This makes it easy to follow. 2. Concise content. Keep information brief and to the point. Focus on key concepts and takeaways. Use diagrams, charts, and images to illustrate points and make the material more engaging. 4. Examples. Include real-life examples or case studies to contextualize the information. 5. Interactive elements. Add short quizzes, reflection questions, or activities to engage the reader actively. 6. Consistent design. Use a consistent font, color scheme, and layout to make the handout professional and easy to read. By incorporating these elements, you can create handouts that effectively support your training sessions and enhance learning outcomes. Would you like more details on any specific aspect?
Uh, Being a trainer, to which extent a trainer should be trained the participants, and does the one session is enough to everyone, or we have to conduct the training on monthly basis or maybe twice or thrice in a year?
The frequency of training sessions depends on several factors. 1. Complexity of content. If the training involves complex concepts or skills, more frequent sessions e.g., monthly, can help reinforce learning. 2. Skill development. For skills that require practice and refinement, more regular training ensures continued improvement. 3. Feedback and assessment. If feedback indicates that trainers need more support, you might opt for more frequent sessions initially. 4. Retention and application. Regular sessions help ensure that trainers retain and effectively apply what they've learned. As a general guideline, initial phase, consider more frequent sessions, e.g., monthly, to establish a strong foundation. Ongoing support. As trainers become more proficient, you can reduce the frequency to quarterly or biannually, focusing on advanced topics or refreshers. Ultimately, the goal is to ensure continuous growth and support. Would you like guidance on planning the training schedule?
Definitely, but before that, I just want to ask a question. And does it important to reveal the topic or the handouts before going for the training, or it's very okay? We can just start the training and bit by bit we'll deliver the content and then we can share the handouts with them.
It's generally a good practice to provide an overview or outline of the topics before starting the training. Here's why. 1. Expectation setting. It helps participants understand what to expect and how the training will benefit them. Engagement. Knowing the topics in advance can increase their interest and help them mentally prepare for what's coming. 3. I'm sorry, but you've hit the daily limit for advanced voice. You can switch to standard now to keep chatting.
So can we connect the same point where you left it?
Of course, we were talking about creating effective teacher training strategies. Would you like to dive deeper into any specific aspect or explore a new direction in the training process?
No, actually, I was asking to you that is that okay before going to the trainings we have to reveal the content of the training or the handouts of the training that's really appropriate, or is that pretty okay if we can bit by bit deliver the content and then provide the handouts to the participants?
Ah, I see what you're asking now. It's actually fine either way, depending on your training goals. If you reveal the content up front, it helps participants know exactly what to expect and may help them prepare mentally. This works well if the training is more structured and you want participants to focus on specific topics. However, delivering the content bit by bit can keep the training more engaging. It allows participants to absorb the information in chunks, and providing the handouts after each segment gives them something concrete to refer to as they progress. This approach also keeps them attentive and prevents them from feeling overwhelmed by too much information at once. It might depend on the pace and complexity of the material. For more interactive or practical training, bit by bit delivery can be more effective. Would you lean towards one method for your sessions?
Okay, let's move toward the back to the point that could you please explain me how I have to schedule my trainings for the participants on a daily basis or maybe twice in a week?
Sure. When scheduling your training sessions, it's important to consider the complexity of the material and the availability of your participants. Here's a guideline you can follow, but feel free to adjust it based on your specific needs. 1. Daily training. If the content is complex or requires consistent practice, daily sessions, e.g., 30 to 60 minutes, can help keep the information fresh and reinforce learning. This schedule works well if you're aiming for quick results or when you want to maintain a steady learning rhythm. Example, morning session. Introduce new concepts and engage in discussions or activities. Follow up with exercises, questions, or group discussions to reinforce what was learned. 2. Twice a week. If the material is more manageable or if your participants have other commitments, twice a week, e.g., 1.5 to 2 hours per session, could be a more practical approach. This gives participants time to digest and reflect on what they've learned before the next session. Example, Monday, introduce a topic, cover the core material, and assign practical exercises or homework. Thursday, review the material, address any questions, and dive deeper into the next topic or application. 3. Blended approach. If you feel the need for flexibility, you could start with daily sessions to build momentum and then transition to a twice a week schedule once the group is more familiar with the content. Consider keeping a balance of interactive content, lectures, and hands on activities. In both cases, try to maintain a steady pace without overwhelming your participants. Also, think about their availability. If they're professionals, evenings or weekends might be better for twice a week sessions. Does one of these options sound like it would suit your goals and your participants?
That sounds great. Okay, ChatGPT, could you please explain me how much their training duration should be? You can say the ideal one, or every trainer needs to fulfill it.
The ideal training duration can depend on a few factors, like the depth of the material, the goals of the training, and the focus of each session. However, a good general guideline is 1. Short sessions, 30 to 60 minutes. This is great for focused, topic specific training. It keeps the session energetic and prevents fatigue, especially if you're introducing new concepts or tools. Shorter sessions are effective when paired with follow up activities or self paced learning materials. 2. Moderate sessions, 1.5 to 2 hours. This duration allows for a deeper dive into topics while still being manageable for participants. You can balance theory, practical applications, discussions, and Q&A within this time frame. It's also a good duration for interactive or hands-on activities. A break after the first hour, e.g., 5 to 10 minutes, is ideal to keep the participants engaged. 3. Extended sessions, 3 hours. These sessions work best for more complex topics or when the goal is to cover multiple subtopics. If you go this route, it's essential to keep things interactive, incorporate breaks, and encourage participant engagement to avoid overwhelming them. Training frequency and duration. Daily sessions. If you plan daily sessions, shorter durations, 30 to 60 minutes, might work best to avoid burnout and keep engagement high. Twice a week. For twice a week training, a duration of 1.5 to 2 hours works well. This gives participants time to absorb the material and apply it between sessions. Customization based on content. If the training is more hands on or skill based, like teaching a new tool or process, shorter, more frequent sessions might be better. If the training involves a mix of lectures, case studies, and discussions, then longer sessions would allow for a deeper understanding. Would you like to refine this further based on the specifics of your training content?
I just want to ask you, 52 days are enough to train the participants regarding this new emergence of the technology that is called artificial intelligence, and we are actually focusing on our education system, and we are trying to immerse this AI along with the conventional school system so that the teachers can deliver the content in a very effective way, in a very progressive manner. So, 52 days are enough to the all the participants to train their self, so themselves, and then they'll be a good trainer as well.
52 days is definitely a good amount of time for training, especially when focusing on something as broad and evolving as artificial intelligence, AI, in education. However, whether it's enough depends on the depth and scope of the content you plan to cover. Here's how you can think about it. 1. Curriculum design, foundational knowledge. Start with the basics of AI, its definition, core concepts, and its impact on education. This could take the first 1 to 2 weeks, providing a strong foundation. Application in education. Dive into practical applications, how AI tools can be integrated into the curriculum, how teachers can use AI for personalized learning, and how AI can enhance administrative tasks. This might take another 2 to 3 weeks. Advanced topics. If you're planning to cover more advanced concepts like machine learning, natural language processing, or deep learning in the context of education, this could be done in the final 2 to 3 weeks. 2. Interactive and hands on sessions. It's essential to balance theory with practice. Have participants engage with AI tools, practice creating AI assisted lessons, and learn how to use AI in grading or feedback. In the first 3 to 4 weeks, teachers can explore AI tools. After that, they can start implementing them in their classrooms or educational environments. 3. Trainer development. To ensure that participants can train others by the end, they'll need a good portion of the training to focus on the pedagogy of teaching AI. This might include how to explain complex AI concepts to students, how to integrate AI seamlessly into teaching, and how to address questions from others. You can incorporate mini trainings or teaching practice sessions during the last 2 to 3 weeks, where they train each other or conduct mock training sessions. 4. Evaluation and feedback. Throughout the 52 days, ensure there's a mechanism to gauge progress through quizzes, assessments, or group projects. Offer regular feedback to help participants improve. Can 52 days make participants good trainers? Yes. 52 days can make a significant difference if the content is well structured and the training includes enough practical exposure to AI tools. If the participants already have some teaching experience, this time frame can be enough for them to understand AI in depth, integrate it with their teaching strategies, and learn how to teach it to others. However, it's important to focus on both AI literacy and the pedagogical strategies for teaching AI. To wrap it up, 52 days can absolutely work if you break down the content into manageable chunks, emphasize hands on practice, and offer continuous opportunities for feedback and improvement. It's a great timeline to balance both knowledge acquisition and teaching development. Would you like help structuring a training outline for those 52 days?
No, we already have a very well designed and defined curriculum. So thank you so very much for your assistance, and thank you so very much for sharing this wonderful wisdom with me and the audience as well. I'll be back with another amazing topic. Till then, bye. Take good care of yourself.